What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Oop, I don't have my light on. I was like, what's wrong? I was like, the lighting look kind of crazy, but that's because I don't have my light on. That's better. Is that better? Good afternoon, everybody. I hope everybody is having a happy Saturday. What's up, Fifi? You say you got the notification, child. You know how YouTube do with these notifications. Glad you popped on. I'm in my Uber on my way home from the airport. Girl, you out catching flights? Below, you out there catching flights, girl? Well, this is going to be quick. This is going to be, 30, 40 minutes. I told y'all this is a new segment that we talking about here, that we're doing here, where we got the quick drops. Now we're going to do the quick chats, where if I feel like there's more I want to say, I'm going to come on for about 30, 40 minutes to give y'all a quick chat. Now, I know. Oh, hey, thank you, Kenneth. You only have Apple devices. You can't figure out how to be a member, but I love and support you. Thank you, Kenneth. Mwah. Thank you so much, love. I do appreciate the support. I have an Apple phone too, and like I said, I have to go when I'm a member on somebody's channel. I have to actually go from a laptop. I can't do it from my phone. I have to do it from my laptop. But if you have a MacBook, then I don't know if you can even do it from a MacBook. But I know I have to literally go onto YouTube from my laptop and join. Maybe one day they'll have us all together, child. But thank you. Mwah. Thank you for the support. Whatever you give, wherever you give, however you give. I love the fact that you're here. You are an active participant in my chat, and I thank you. Thank you so much. Happy Saturday, Overcomer. How you doing, babes? This man cannot still be running his mouth. Child, he is, and I got some stuff. Listen, I know y'all probably sick of Bishop Whitehead. I know y'all are probably sick of him, but in case you're not, sick of him, I got some stuff to say. Let me finish with my good mornings. Well, really good afternoons. Hey, Fruit Punch. Did I catch CTB's live from last night? No. Well, he went live twice last night. I caught some of the second one. He was mad at somebody about something, child. I don't know. Hey, Xavier. Hey, Boo. Bishop Scammer. Oh, yeah. Yes, Tracy, child. He's still out here. You attended your cousin's. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to hear about your loss, Below. I'm sorry about that. I'm definitely sorry about your loss. So, y'all, let's get into some of this. First of all, did y'all know that President Biden tested positive for the Rona again? What are they doing? I need the Secret Service to do better. The man is 80 years old. Why? How you catch it twice in a week? He just had it last week. I'm gonna need y'all to do better up there. Anyway, you can't use the YouTube app. You can't use it if you're on Apple. Oh, see, I didn't know that. Because I have the YouTube stuff on my phone, which is an Apple product. I have all my YouTube stuff, but I know you can't join. I know you can't join the memberships from your phone, and I know there's certain things I can't do from my phone, even as it relates to my channel. Like there's certain things I can't do. I have to do it from my laptop. We sick of him. It's like a train wreck. Listen, and the thing is, he keeps talking. Listen, I am going to the pool. Listen, this fell in my lap. Okay, let me rewind. I was leaving to go to the pool about 4:30-ish. So I was chilling around the house anyway, just, doing some stuff or whatever. And I knew that Bishop Whitehead had an interview with Tasha K. I knew he had done an interview with Tasha K because Larry Reid spoke on it. But I just assumed she was going to put it on her app. So what she did was she put a lot of the interview on her YouTube. And then she did an after show on the app and dropped some tea. But I'm going to give y'all some of that tea. I ain't giving you all of the tea because I don't want... Go on over there if you want to go, if you on her app or you want to go to her app. But basically... The tea that I'm going to give you that she shared on her app is what I was already thinking anyway. And I just hadn't said it out loud. So I'm going to say it out loud with a whole lot of allegedlys in front of it. But I'm going to say it out loud. But I was already thinking it. So that's why I'm going to say it. But listen, going over to Tasha, I think it's her video from last night. Hey, what's up, Miss T. Trisha? How you doing, babe? How are you? I'm going to... Hey, little baby, I started to let you know I was live, but I figured you would be at work, boo. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all when we get to the end of all of this. But like I said, I'm gonna put allegedly, and it's just my opinion. But it's in line with some of what Tasha K said. Now I didn't see the whole after show because I'm not on her app, but I saw some of it. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So let's get into this, y'all. Bishop Whitehead did an interview with Tasha K. Why he chose to go on Tasha K's platform, I don't know. He said that he's been following her for a while and he's a fan. Oh, you in the back? Okay, cool. All right, okay, thank you. Listen, I mean, I know people who have caught it multiple times. Oh, KK, when I get to that, oh baby, you know, listen, that is right here in my notes. When he said that, I said, matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. When he said that, that's when I said, oh, I'm going live. Cause I keep telling y'all, some of this stuff y'all just gotta hear me say it. Y'all gotta go over there, still go watch Tasha K's interview because you know I'm not gonna get everything. He chose Tasha K because she's controversial and would get him some more attention. That's exactly why he went on Tasha K. He went to Tasha K for the attention. And I'm gonna say this. Y'all know I give Tasha K the blues when I need to give her the blues. Not that she give a damn about what I say or my opinion of her, but I think she did a good interview. Now, what she did once she went on her app behind the scenes, I don't know because like I said, I'm not on her app. But the interview, I think, was a good interview. She asked the questions that needed to be asked. Oh, thank you, Fifi, for becoming a member. Mwah! Welcome. Hey, Jaded, what's up, baby? Jaded, we're gonna get up this week. Matter of fact, yeah, we're gonna get up this week. So when I call you, answer the phone. Or when I text you, you respond. We're gonna go have a drink this week, and I'm serious. We're gonna get up this week. Actually, Jaded, you might be able to help me with something. Jaded, you know what? I need your help with something. I just thought about that. We are definitely getting up this week because I need your help with something. I need your skills, and I'm willing to pay. I ain't rich, but I'm willing to pay you for your time. I need your skills. Now that's real talk. We're gonna talk. Real talk. We're gonna talk. Okay. I might even call you when I get off of here when I'm on my way over to the pool. I may call you while it's still fresh on my head because I know my ADHD child. I'd be boom, and then it'll be a week and I'd be done forgot. You're on your iPad. You had to join from your phone. Thank you, Fifi. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Kiki. If I want my cries to be taken seriously, Tasha K isn't the person I'm going to. Ciao. Oh, Lord, Jaded. Anyway, all right, I'm going to try to call you today. So anyway, let me say this before I keep getting distracted. Y'all know I'm going to keep getting distracted. So we know that there is a $90,000 lawsuit alleged. He addressed that. He addressed the PPP loans. He addressed the FBI rate. He addressed a lot. And I feel like she did a good job of asking the questions and sort of making him comfortable and sort of pulling him in. You feel what I'm saying? I think she did a good job of that. And she got the information. Whether it's true or not, she can't control. Whether it made sense or not, she can't control. But she definitely got the information. Yeah, she did, KK. She absolutely did. Tasha K did that. Now, listen, y'all know me. I'm fair. I give props and props is due. Tasha K, that was a good interview. That was a very good interview. And I encourage y'all to go watch it. It's about maybe 40, 45 minutes. But I encourage y'all to go watch it. We're going to talk about it here, but still, y'all go over there and check it out. Okay. So first of all, before we even get into that, I was going to do a quick drop on Bishop Whitehead before I even watched Tasha K's video because 50 Cent posted something. Now remember, Bishop Whitehead alleges that 50 Cent got saved at his church and got saved under him. Also, we know he has close ties to Tekashi 6ix9ine and that whole situation, whatever. But not Tasha K. But 50 Cent has been maliciously dragging the you-know-what out of this man. So my thing is, if he did get saved up under you, y'all either fell out after it happened or he wants the world to feel like you lied on him. And we know that 50 Cent is a troll. But the one thing we do also know about 50 Cent is if he's cool with you, he's cool with you. And if he not. You know what I'm saying? And so if he was cool with this dude, he wouldn't be dragging him. And he is literally dragging him every chance he gets. Every chance he gets. So today he posted, it might have been yesterday, but I saw it today. He posted on his, I took the screenshot. Let me not read it off my notes. Let me read it from the screenshot because I want to make sure I'm getting it right, child. He posted, oh shoot. He said, "Scoop, the Brooklyn bishop who says he was robbed mid-sermon is behind on payments across the tri-state area. A New Jersey judge said he owes $335,000 to a construction company and that he is currently in default on a $4.5 million mortgage for a multi-apartment property in Connecticut." Now, this is 50 Cent's Instagram page, and this is what 50 Cent posted. So I was already going to do a quick drop on that before I started watching the interview. 50 Cent clowned him. So will Bishop call 50 ugly like he did Larry? Nope. I bet you Bishop won't address because even when somebody brought up 50 Cent and he was like, well, 50 Cent just do what he do. 50 gonna be 50. And I was like, yeah, because he ain't coming for 50 now. Listen, he crazy, but he ain't crazy. He ain't coming for 50 at all. If 50 did get saved under the bishop, he needs another dunk. Listen, and look, Auntie Didi, thank you for saying that, because that's actually what I was going to say too. Either y'all done fell out or I don't want your kind of saving. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Wait, is that the block he owns? Oh, we ain't even got to the block he owns. 50 Cent getting saved. You mean Curtis Jackson went before the altar of the Lord, repent his sins, dumped in holy water. I got a bridge in Brooklyn to tell you. Child. But like I said, if he did get saved, either A, y'all done fell out, or B, I don't want that kind of saving. I don't want it. Okay? So let's start at the beginning. I'm just going to go through. Y'all know how I do. We're going to go through my notes. Diva Law, do me a favor, baby. Can you send me a message? Can you DM me on Instagram so I can add you to the moderator chat? I have Jason. I need to add him. And I need to actually start using my moderator chat, better. But that way I can, I can contact you about when I go live and stuff like that. Anyway. So first of all, let's talk about the fact that he has a problem with using absolutes in his conversation. And what I mean by that is, and this is a pet peeve of mine anyway, when they say, I'm the only person that ever did this, and this. I'm the biggest person, the biggest star that ever did this, and this. I'm the first. Like, I hate when people make these absolute statements that they cannot quantify. And so we talked about that with his press conference when he was talking about he was the first black church to ever be robbed, and he was the only person. He's giving back more for Christmas than any other church. Like, no, stop saying that shit, because you're not. You're not the first. You're not the only. You're not the biggest. Period. That's it. Period. Okay. So he did these things a couple of times in the interview. My first note, it says, one of the biggest bishops in the world. Sir. Nobody knew who the hell you were before you got robbed on Instagram, streaming your church service. And honestly, a lot of people still didn't know you until the whole thing with you and Larry Reed went viral and people started investigating and digging into your past. Now people know you, but you're not famous, sir. You are infamous. And there's a difference, and I need people to understand that. Okay? Right, giving out turkeys like Nino Brown. So he first off started, of course he had to talk about the robbery again, child. We done heard that story 5,000 times. I don't need to hear it again. He talked about his 14-year-old daughter, his wife, and him, and he talked about how his wife is crying every night. Now, according to Larry Reed, his wife has been on Instagram doing prayer every day from a hotel room, but I don't follow her, and I don't know that to be true. I'm just telling you what Larry Reed said. But he said that she cries every night and that they are traumatized. Which, listen, they may very well be. I know if somebody put a gun to my head and robbed me, I would be traumatized. And I probably would have some PTSD. So I ain't saying that ain't the truth. I'm not saying that that's not the truth. But what I am going to say is he had to keep going. So he going to say, my wife worries about me when I leave the house. She's scared for my safety when I leave the house. And then this mofo said, I know how Coretta Scott King felt. My wife understands what it feels like for her husband to go out to minister and maybe not come home. Now, that's not a direct quote. That's my quote. The quote I'm giving y'all is him saying that he knows how Coretta Scott King felt. That's a quote. The rest of that was me, because I don't want y'all to be like, really be at. I did. I put 20 on 10. But sir, that's essentially what you're saying. When you say that your wife is worried about you going out and she's nervous when you go out, and that now you know how Coretta Scott King felt, you're comparing yourself to when Martin Luther King would go out the house and Coretta Scott King didn't know whether he was going to come home in one piece or not. Sir, are you freaking serious? Coretta? Coretta Scott King? I'm gonna just let y'all do what y'all do with that. But that's when I said, oh hell nah. I promise y'all, that's when I said, I gotta write this down. Cause I said ain't nobody gonna believe me. Y'all not gonna believe. Y'all gotta go and watch. If y'all don't believe me, if y'all think I'm exaggerating, y'all gotta go watch it. That man said Coretta Scott King. I mean, yeah, now listen, if y'all want to go there, we can go there. Now listen, we know that Martin Luther King had his faults, and it is what it is as far as him, his wife, and whatever. But what we also know about Martin Luther King is Martin Luther King gave everything he had back to the movement. When he won the Nobel Peace Prize, he donated his winnings. We know that he lived very much within his means. Okay, he could have very well been that dude. He could have been a pimping pastor. Martin Luther King could have absolutely lived a lifestyle, but he chose not to. He chose to give back to the movement, much to the chagrin of Coretta Scott King, who at times was really like, but bruh, you do know that, our kids are growing out of their clothes and I haven't had new furniture in 10 years. Like, sir, can we get a piece of the pie? Okay? So can we not compare ourselves to Martin and Coretta, please, sir? I gotta keep going. Listen, that's only my second note, y'all. I got a whole page and a half left. Okay, we got stuff. He said that he normally, because Tasha K asked him about security. She said, with the way you move and in the areas that you're moving in, why don't you have security? Like, I would think that someone like you would have security around you doing the things that you do, going into the areas that you go, yada yada yada. He said normally he does have security. Even when people don't see his security, he does have security around him. But on that day, he didn't. But he said, I'm not going to get into that story about why I didn't have security that day. I'm gonna let that sink in. Hey, Kingsman, how you doing, boo? I'm gonna let that one sink in. He normally does have security, but on the day of the robbery, he didn't. But he was like, but I can't really get into the story, get into that now. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that's that Murphy's Law. Any other day I have it, but the day I don't have it is the day I need it, right? Is that it? Bad luck, huh? Okay. Oh, let me put a pin in that. Let me go back to the beginning. Now, Tasha K did a little introduction before she got started, and what she said was that, and I'm just giving y'all the facts. The man had 4 phones. Excuse me, y'all, my nail broke. You gotta excuse my nail right there. He had 4 phones. She said that every time the phone went off, he had to pause the interview to take a phone call. So when you're watching the interview, she said it looks choppy and people are going to feel like it's going to look like I edited or that I'm taking stuff out. She said, but no, we had to cut it because every time his phone went off, we had to pause because he had to respond. He had to take a phone call. She said, so it was a 2-hour interview that took them 3 hours because of how many times. She said 19 times. He had to stop the interview 19 times. And you can hear in the interview, you can hear him, picking up and you can hear him with the phone. You also can see a couple of times where he was like, hold on, I got to take that. Okay, hold on, I got to take that. So she, what she said, you could see it in the interview, but she was like, I don't want nobody accuse me of editing and all of that. Like, we had to keep stopping because I don't know what you need 4 phones for. Hey, Shad. Hey, boo. I know a kingpin babe who had 4 to 5 phones. You're used to that lifestyle. Oh, wait, he a pastor. Child. So he got into the whole explanation again about his father being murdered by the police, which that is a fact. That absolutely happened. They say that his father was an activist and his father was, murdered by the police. That's a fact, but he finds a way to include that in every story he tells, child. He did talk. So then he started talking about his incarceration. And he talked about the fact that he was wrongfully incarcerated. Hey, Miss Toby! Mwah! That he was wrongfully incarcerated, which, of course, that's what he always says. And Tasha K asked him about, well, have you been exonerated? And he said, well, no, that's a process. I haven't been exonerated yet. So, sir, you haven't been exonerated. He admits that he got out of jail on a technicality, not because they realized that the police set him up or that he was framed or whatever, but there was a technicality in his case. And again, all of these things may not mean anything, but there are differences. There's a difference between you getting out of jail because you were exonerated, meaning they said, oh, wow, you were wrongfully convicted, you're being exonerated. There's getting out of jail because you're being pardoned. It doesn't mean that you're not guilty. It just means that the people in charge decide to pardon you, right? And then there's a technicality. You could get out of jail for something as simple as they forgot to read you your rights, and you like that don't mean you're not guilty. We've seen people get off all the time on a technicality. So, sir, you got out of jail on a technicality. Doesn't mean you weren't guilty. And you have not been exonerated yet. Now, he say it's coming, but I'm going to get to that. When I get to the end of this, I'm going to get to the it's coming part. We'll get there, okay? So then he started getting into, he claims that he owns 2 blocks in New York. One block we know he said is the church, and he said he owns a whole nother block. Whatever, child. Here he go with this. He's the youngest African American to own this much property in the county that he lives in. That's what he said. He said and again, I don't know that to be a fact or fake. I just know that he need to stop saying stuff like that. Because I don't know, child, whatever. Now this is another one that's gonna make y'all ready for another one that's gonna throw y'all for a doozy. Y'all ready? Are y'all over the Coretta Scott King yet? Are y'all over Coretta? Because I got another one that's gonna throw y'all for a doozy. Y'all ready? Sir, you was not wrongfully convicted. The warrant had the wrong information, but when they run up on you, they found information that Tracy, we're gonna get to that. Oh, we're gonna get to that, Tracy, because that's a good point. Hold on, let me put you up here, girl, because I gotta remember that, because you're right. That's a good point. There's a process for exoneration, but it's not happening for him because he ain't get it. The dealings were true, child. I'm getting an ear infection from okay, listen, Auntie T. Trisha, listen. So, y'all ready? Y'all said y'all was ready. Okay, y'all ready? He said God is making him a trendsetter. As it relates to the fact that he's out here wearing the urban fashions, the Dapper Dan style clothing of the Louis and the Fendi and the Gucci. Because let's be clear, a lot of that shit that he wears, and I know people like Miss Toby and other people in the chat who y'all know what I'm talking about. That is some Dapper Dan shit he got on. That ain't, you did not walk in a Fendi store and buy some of that stuff, sir. You walk down to the equivalent of Dapper Dan, because Dapper Dan work for Gucci these days, child. You know, he doing it legit. But that is some Dapper Dan shit you got on. I ain't even impressed by a lot of it. Because it ain't come from the Gucci store. It ain't come from the Louis store. It ain't come from the Fendi store, sir. It came from Cool Dapper Dan, okay? Anyway, but he said God is making him a trendsetter because God is using him to show the young people that it's okay for them to still be urban and love God. And when he said that, the first thing I thought about was Kirk Franklin. I said, you mean Kirk Franklin been doing that since the 90s? Like, there are a lot of gospel artists and a lot of people that are in the church world who are very worldly. Like, sir, you're not doing nothing new. Right. See, King's meaning, you know exactly what I'm saying. Yep. DH Gate. Okay. Like I said, back in the day, Dapper Don. Listen, I mean, Dapper Dan. And listen, I love me some Dapper Dan. I grew up on Dapper Dan fashions. Let's be clear. I ain't coming for, but I'm saying we all know what Dapper Dan did. Like, those were not, that's why he kept getting arrested, because those were not things that came from the authentic store. He took the patterns and created the clothing. Sir, that shit you wearing did not come. Listen. I'm not even convinced that the jewelry is real, if you want to know the truth of the matter, but I don't know. I ain't no jeweler, but I'm just saying. It just means that he's carnal minded because God don't care about your clothes. He sure don't. Swap Meet, Canal Street, DH Gate, all of the above. So, child, I said, here he go with this bull hockey. So then he started getting into his court case again. And he went through this whole long explanation about what he meant about, he said New York falsified his search warrant. And what I'm giving y'all the short version, because child, he went on a 15-minute explanation on this whole thing. And listen, let me give Tasha K props again for keeping a straight face, because see, I couldn't have done it. Tasha K sat there like this the whole time. I need y'all to see Tasha K face, because baby, I'm gonna give her credit, okay? Because I couldn't have done it. Okay. Can we ask what sold him the jewelry and the insurance policy? So I'm gonna open up a child. So, not the suits came from the Peaches sewing machine set up in the kitchen. Not Peaches made it for him, child. So he went through this whole explanation about the search warrant. And what he said was that they had a legit search warrant in New Jersey. So we're going to put a pin in the fact that there was an actual legit search warrant. But New York didn't get their own search warrant. New York sort of piggybacked off of New Jersey's search warrant. And that's where he's saying they falsified the search warrant or whatever. And then he said that New York took evidence in black plastic bags. They never showed anybody what they seized. They never showed anybody what the evidence was. They just seized it under the search warrant and they took it. In the state of New Jersey, there was a certain way that they were supposed to handle the evidence, but New York didn't handle it the proper way, and they took the evidence and they crossed the state lines into New York. So when he starts talking about falsified warrants and this and this, okay, New York I don't know. New York may very well have done everything you said they did with the Foo-La-La and the Foo-Shinini. But the state of New Jersey had a legit search warrant. Now, Tasha K asked, this was probably one of the best questions she asked the whole interview. She said, okay, well, how did you get on the radar? Like, out of all of the people in all of the world, why you? I mean, if everything about you, if it's fake, it's false, how did you even get on their radar for them to get? Because this is what people don't understand. Contrary to popular belief, the police don't just get to say we want a search warrant. They have to show some sort of probable cause. In most cases, I mean, there's exceptions to every rule, but in most cases, there has to be some sort of probable cause for the police to just roll up in your house. He said, well, I was hanging around some of the wrong people, and I feel like, somebody got jammed up and they threw my name in there. Sir, so if me and Lil, I ain't even gonna use nobody for real. I'm gonna say, if I hang out with people who are robbing, let's say I hang out with the people robbing the Louis Vuitton stores. Let's say I know them, I might even know that they smashing and grabbing, right? I might be like, whew, y'all gonna get caught. That's stupid. Y'all shouldn't do that. I mean, y'all my friends, but y'all shouldn't do that. What? That's crazy. Let's say they get caught and they throw my name in it. But there's no, like, it came out of nowhere. Like, I was never with y'all. They don't have me on camera. They don't have me on tape. The police don't even know who I am. Why all of a sudden would they just roll up on me out of nowhere just because you threw my name in? They have no other probable cause. They have no other evidence. And let's say they did. If they rolled up in my house and they didn't find no Louis Vuitton bags, they didn't find any evidence. They didn't find a ski mask. They didn't find. How do I get indicted on? Y'all ready for the amount? Y'all ready for the number? Y'all ready? How you get a 57 count indictment, sir? Because somebody threw your name in it. 57? 57 count indictment. Now, he tried to say something about it was duplicate charges, meaning like if they charged him, let's say that because we know it was for fraud and credit card fraud and all that other stuff. So what he's saying is there were multiple charges for the same crime. So let's say that I got charged with trying to steal a credit card. They charged me 6 times for the same person. Like, oh, I tried to steal little baby's identity to get a credit card. Well, they charged me 6 times for that one person. I don't even listen. I'm nobody's lawyer, and I didn't go to nobody's lawyer's count. I mean, I said nobody's lawyer's count. I didn't go to nobody's law school, but I don't know how. Is that how it works? They just get to keep charging you for the same thing over and over again. 57. Y'all heard me. 57 counts. He was convicted on 30 something. Now, according to him, for what he actually got convicted of, it was only supposed to be a 1 to 3 year sentence because he's saying that his charges were supposed to run congruent, meaning all at the same time. But the judge made it consecutive, which is one after the other, which is why he ended up with a 20-year count or a 30-year count. Now he served, I think he served 10 years, I think. Don't quote me on that. But remember, he got out early. He got out due to the technicality. Now, I'm not sure what the technicality was at this point because I don't even remember if he said what the actual technicality was. But then, Tasha K followed it up and was like, okay, so how did it even get to that point? Because he was like, well, I was making money. I was, I had my own real estate. I had a brokerage firm. I had my own real estate firm. And so I had the money to fight the charges. My office was in the Empire State Building and I had the money to fight those charges, but my lawyers, the lawyers, they just do the bare minimum. The lawyer, he served 6. Thank you. He served 6. The lawyers did the bare minimum. I mean, you know how lawyers are. You know what they're going to do. Oh, so it's the lawyer's fault now. He said the lawyers didn't do their job and he had to keep getting new lawyers. Probably multiple charges for different times of the same charges. Yeah. And I do know that if you try to do so let's say I tried to steal Miss Toby's identity and I fail. and I try to do it again 6 months later and I fail and I try to do it again 6 months later. Now they could charge me 3 times with that because that's 3 different instances. You see what I'm saying? If I kept, for whatever reason, kept trying to get Miss Toby's information and I kept trying over and over. Now I know they can do that, but I ain't know they could just charge you 3 times for the same crime. I ain't know they could do that. And again, I ain't go to no law school, so they might be able to, because I don't know. Hey, Monk Chip. Right, it sounds like he wasn't paying his lawyers. Yeah, he thought he was going to get concurrent, which would have been 1 to 3 years. And then he was like, the judge can't do that. He ain't allowed to do that. Last I checked, I thought the judge could do whatever the judge wants. If you were found guilty, I thought that was within the judge's discretion, unless there's a sentencing unless there's a mandatory sentencing thing in place. I thought the judge could do whatever the hell the judge wanted to do. If he wanted to make it concurrent or consecutive, I thought that's what he could. I thought that was under his discretion, or her. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say keep saying him. I thought that was under the judge's discretion. Now again, I ain't go to nobody's law school, and thank God I do not have an up close and personal relationship with the criminal justice system, so I don't know. But I thought that was something that the judge could decide, unless there was some sort of sentencing mandatory minimum or whatever. Okay, the judge can't. Okay, thank you. Now, Overcomer said no, the judge can't. Okay. All right, then see, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I let y'all know. I let y'all know what I don't know. I let y'all know what I don't know. Maybe he did 6 companies like Capital One, Discover America. Right. Yes. The charge can sentence you to concurrent the judge. Okay. Also, if you do it in different states. Yeah. Well, it was a state. So all this was in state court. So I feel like he didn't cross. It didn't elevate to the federal level. This was all in the state of New York, which is interesting because he said that New Jersey was involved. So I don't know. What's up, Star? So I don't know nothing about that. I do know that when it comes to the criminal justice system, a lot of laws go state by state. So maybe in the state of New York, the judge isn't allowed to do it, but in another state, the judge has that sort of discretion, right? Because we do know that things change state by state. So, oh Lord. Okay. So now, because he is a convicted felon, he can no longer own a real estate firm because he can't, because he's a convicted felon, he can't get the proper licensing. But he is now what he calls a real estate investor. He calls himself a real estate investor. And so he buys property, he flips property, yada, yada, yada. Sound like he's still doing all of that, except for he's not actually the physical person doing the brokering of the loan, but he's buying and selling and flipping and all of that. He said that he teaches real estate to the church for free. He said the stuff that I'm teaching them, the classes cost about $5,000, but I'm doing it for free. So now look, he explained. Listen, Miss Toby, wait. I'm almost done. Wait till I get to the end, because when I get to the end, baby, I'm almost done. He explained, he got into explaining that $90,000 case that they have going on. Make a long story short, the way I understood it is that the person who's saying that he tied the church $90,000 really invested in one of his business, I don't want to say scheme, but one of his opportunities. Is that the better word? One of his opportunities. And then he said that this particular person fell out with the church. And when he told this guy, look, you can't be disrespectful. You can't be, you can't talk crazy to my people, yada, yada, yada. Then the guy was like, well, fine. And I'm going to leave the church and I want my money. And he told him that's not how this works. Like, you invested this money, and if you withdraw, you have, there are a lot of penalties involved. You don't get to just pull out your money when you feel like it. That's not like people 401k, child. Hey, Trey Leche, how you doing? Right, Miss Toby, exactly. So it sounded interesting. I said, okay, now honestly, that sounds worse than what I thought than the original, because if this person was an investor, because my thing was that you should let them tell the story that it was tithes, because you don't get to get your tithes back. But if it was an investor and he wanted to withdraw his investment and you told him no, that does sound like a problem. But if I give my tithes to a church and the church make me mad, I don't get my tithes back. So I feel like he was better off leaving it at the man wanted his tithes back. From where I see it. Now, I mean, y'all tell me, is that what y'all think? That's correct. My brother's is a real estate broker. Okay. Thank you. Okay. See, thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all for helping me out. Okay. So he explained that part, right? He gave us the breakdown on that. Then he oh, I lost my train of thought. Hold on, let me make sure. It was something else with his investments. Oh man, there was something else with his investments. With him, he said that he damn, I forgot. It was something else with his investments, y'all. I'm gonna remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. But it was. Let me go back to my notes. Maybe it'll refresh my memory. Church teaches to the church. Oh! I knew what it was. You have to wait 2 to 3 years before you can withdraw due to tax purposes. Okay. So then, right. So that's what is. So he's claiming that that's what that case is, and that's why he'll be exonerated. He ain't do nothing wrong. The person, invested, and he told him he couldn't get his money back. That's what he's saying that is. Now, I haven't read the court case on that, so I don't know. And he said that the person is not elderly, that they're in their early 50s. They're not an elderly person. He did not take advantage of an elderly, person or whatever, that they're in their early 50s, yada, yada, yada. But here's the other thing. Now, listen, I couldn't even follow. My brain couldn't even follow what he was saying without probably listening to it 2 or 3 times. And I wasn't investing that much energy into it. But he went to explaining his real estate theory, what he teaches his class. Okay. He went into what he teaches his class about investing and how to get mortgages and the difference between hard money and investment money. Like, he went to this whole long explanation, and I'm not saying he's wrong about anything he said. Let's be clear. He might have given legit information, but he went into this long explanation. And like I said, without me listening to it 2 or 3 times and really going, okay, that you do that. Okay. Then you do that. Then you do that. I wasn't putting that much energy into it. I'm just going to go. I love y'all, but I wasn't putting that much, but y'all can go listen to it. It's on Tasha K channel. But again, Tasha K kept a straight face. And I know the whole time in her mind, she was like, this some bullshit. This some bullshit. This some bullshit. But basically, what Tasha K broke it down as, it's basically like when you go into a car dealership and your credit's bad, but you desperate, you absolutely need a car, and they give you this high-ass interest rate, and you go ahead and you take the high interest rate because you need the car, and then in a couple of months you refinance for a cheaper rate that's more reasonable. That's what she compared what he was saying as far as when you buy a mortgage. So it sounds like he's telling people if they come across a property that they gotta have, that this is what they should do, and then they can later on do something else. Child, it sounded crazy to me, but again, I'm not in real estate. That ain't how my brain works. I would really need to sit down and listen to it 2 or 3 times, or have somebody explain it to me. You know what I'm saying? Where I can ask questions. But y'all are more than welcome to go listen to it. But it sounded like a whole lot of Who Shot John to me. I'm just saying. Excuse me. By law, the elderly is 55. Right. A lawyer reviewed that petition yesterday and said that the lady didn't even sign the contract. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So I'm being fair, y'all. I'm being very fair. He said that case is not a situation, and I'm trying to be fair about it. So, again, y'all can go listen, because my brain don't work like that. If it's history, I got it. English, probably. Finance, and I need somebody gotta help me out. You know what I'm saying? Okay. We almost done. Woo, we almost done. Then he used another one of his statements that I told y'all I hate. He's the biggest give back pastor, bishop, whatever, in his community. We already talked about that yesterday with the press conference. That's bullshit. You know what, Tracy? I'm gonna reach. You know what? I need to call Simone. I'm actually gonna reach out to her and see if she wants to sit down and talk about. You know what? I'm gonna reach out to her. You know, she done got engaged, honey. She busy these days, but I am gonna reach out to her because you're right. We do need a girl is that legal conversation. You are absolutely, and she, you know, she practiced law in New York, so she may have some insight. No, New Jersey. She practiced law in New Jersey. She's barred. I think she's licensed. I think she passed the bar in New Jersey and New York and then Texas. I think she's in 4 different states. I think she said. I'm gonna reach out to her though. Real talk. I'm gonna reach out to her. He says that she asked him about the allegations that Larry Reed brought up. He says that to his knowledge, he is not currently under investigation. He said the FBI did not raid his house. And he said he has never had a PPP loan. Now, the PPP loan thing is real easy to prove. I mean, it's public information. I didn't go I didn't go look it up, but there's a lot of people that know how to look up if somebody got a PPP loan, and it's out there. It's public information. So if y'all want to put his name in the search engine and find out whether he's telling the truth or not, it is right there. But it seemed to me like he would be real stupid to lie about something that's that easily disputed. But I mean, he make bad decisions all the time. So yeah, she's barred in New York and in New Jersey. So that's why I said she may have some insight. I'm gonna give her a call. I absolutely. When I get off of when I leave out of here, I'm gonna call Jaden Nerd first, and then I'm gonna call Mr. Simone. He's full of mess. I think he staged the robbery to pay Miss Anderson back while being able to make an insurance claim. Listen, that's what a lot of people think, Miss Divine. A lot of people think that, Miss Divine. So here's the part. Now that's pretty much the gist of the interview, right? That's pretty much the gist of the interview. And again, you guys can go over to Tasha K and watch the whole thing. I think it was edited down to about 45 minutes to an hour, maybe. And then again, she put, she put stuff on her app. So she did do an after show, and she said she was gonna break down the scam. She said, "Are you confused?" Yeah, me too. Because again, when you watch it, you like. So she said she's gonna break down the scam. Now, hold on, let me do this before we go any further. Hold on. Because I want to make sure we clear. Okay, so this is all what I was thinking yesterday. And Tasha K brought this up on her app. She went into more detail. So again, I'm not coming over here telling y'all stuff that's behind the wall. She went into more detail. I'm just going, and the only reason why, like I said, I'm bringing it up is because I thought the same thing myself. And I was like, So yesterday when he was doing his press conference, and the reporter asked him, had he talked to the mayor? Now, I don't know if you guys are following politics in New York or my people in New York. You know, New York elected a black guy this last time around. I think he's a former cop. Him and Bishop Whitehead are really, really good friends publicly. Privately, I don't know what their business is. But publicly, they've appeared together in public a lot. He was very active in helping him get elected. They speak openly about the fact that they are friends. Yeah, that's what I'm not saying scam. Yeah, I'm with you, Trey Leche. I ain't saying scam. I'm just telling facts, but I'm telling you what I'm thinking in my brain. And when that reporter asked Bishop Whitehead yesterday, when was the last time you talked to the mayor? I said, see, the mayor is about to get himself in trouble. Y'all already know they ain't trying to see no black man the mayor of New York. Y'all know that white politicians can do whatever they want to do and get away with it. But when it comes to us, we have a magnifying glass on our forehead. Like, let's just call a spade a spade. Let's just be honest and let's just have an honest conversation. And so I'm not sitting here saying that Eric Adams is doing anything wrong. That is not what I'm saying at all. I don't know that man. I don't know nothing about that man. But what I am saying is it's not a good look that a lot of this stuff is coming out about Whitehead, whether it's a lot of accusations, there's a lot of smoke, whether there's fire or not. It's not a good look that he's so close, or that it's perceived that he's so close to the mayor. It's not a good look. And the mayor, honestly, if I worked for the mayor, if I was his Olivia Pope, I will be telling him right now he needs to do everything he can do to separate himself from Bishop Whitehead publicly. Now, if you want to privately call him up and say, look, bruh, I know you understand why I need to take a step back. And if he's really your friend and he really rock with you like that, he'll understand and he'll respect it. Because I got to take a step back because you already know the scrutiny and the magnifying glass that I'm under as a black man, the mayor of New York City. Like it's already gonna be. I mean, look at what they do to the white man. That's the mayor of the city. You know what they're doing to what they're gonna do to him. He really needs to take a step back. And that's just me as a political scientist, as someone who has worked on campaigns. That would be my advice to him if I worked for him right now. I'd be like, bro, because there's a lot of pictures out there of the two of them together and laughing and hugging and all that stuff, public, at public events and stuff like that. The media already has the visual. It don't matter if that picture is 5 years old or 3 years old or 2 weeks old. They have the visual. What you don't need to give them is any current ammunition to go on. Y'all understand what I'm saying? Y'all feel where I'm going with that? So here is the rumor, and this is the rumor. I ain't saying it's a fact. I didn't say Tasha K said this was a fact. I said this is the rumor. The rumor is that part of the way, that didn't come out right, but y'all know what I'm saying, that Bishop Whitehead has been making his money is because he's been getting inside information from the mayor's office as it relates to grants, as it relates to real estate opportunities. Now, that's the rumor. And it doesn't matter whether it matters whether it's true or not. But what I'm saying is that's that smoke. Whether there's any fire or not, I don't know. But see, that's that smoke that's going to come onto the mayor. The longer that he allows himself to be connected to Bishop Whitehead while all of this is going on, that's that smoke. Now, my fear is that Bishop Whitehead isn't going to understand the politics of this, and he gonna get in his feelings if the mayor don't have his back. That's my fear, because he seemed like an old sensitive, you know what, and it'll be like, oh, he not taking my phone calls no more. Oh, you backing out on me when the going gets tough, the tough get going. Oh, you don't know me no more. Oh, I feel like he that type of dude. Like, he the kind of dude that wouldn't understand. Okay, I get it, bruh. Right now, I'm a little hot. My block is hot. So you got to step away from me. Cool, I get it. You see what I'm saying? He don't come off to me as the kind of dude that can do that. Now, I don't know. Y'all tell me, am I wrong? Y'all feel like I'm going down the wrong road on this? So now the bishop is he been dropping the mayor's name, but the mayor. But listen, they've been in it together. Like, it ain't him pulling on the mayor and the mayor trying to pull away. No, they've been lockstep. The bishop was in his feelings and started talking too much. He needed to go file his insurance claim and go say, listen, I said that yesterday with this whole bull hockey press conference. Hey, Jason, hey, bull, I need to add you to my moderator chat so when I go live, I can let y'all know when I'm going live. And I got to do a better job of even doing that myself. But y'all, that's what I said yesterday. When after the whole thing went viral, he should have just sat down. Larry Reed said on his live yesterday, and again, I know just because Larry Reed said don't make it true, but what Larry Reed said was that a lot of people wanted to talk to the bishop. You know, a lot of big news outlets wanted to interview him, and you know, when the whole thing went viral, when he got robbed and that whole thing went viral, you know, there were a lot of legit big outlets that wanted to talk to him and get his story and all of that. But after he went on Larry Reed's live and used the race, you know, the homosexual slur, you know, the homophobic slur, and he cussed that black woman out for being fat, that a lot of people was like, oh yeah, nah, we good. Nah, we don't need that story. And then you open the door for people to start looking into your past and investigating you. And like I said, I ain't saying there's a whole lot of fire behind. I'm just saying there's a lot of smoke. And I know y'all sick of me talking about this man, but he just keep talking. He keep talking, y'all. He keep talking. He has shown his mouth as almighty, child. He sure is. He was convicted of identity theft and fraud. Scam is their cousin, so not far-fetched. Fake robbery is the aunt, child. Look, a lot of people said exactly what was said earlier in the chat, that it was staged so he could get the insurance money so he could pay off this debt. Now, I don't know if that's the case, and I don't know if that's true. I know in that press conference yesterday, he wouldn't explain how he got to the amount. Now, somebody posted on TikTok a copy of the police report. Now, I don't know how they got a copy of the damn police report, child, but it broke down each piece of jewelry and how much it was estimated that it was worth. That's how the police got $400,000, because it was like Cartier earrings, $25,000, Bishop's ring, $100,000. Like, it was broken down. And again, this was on TikTok, but it was broken down on the thing that of each piece of jewelry and what the estimated cost was. So when he says that amount was inflated and he don't know where the police got it from, it was right there in the damn report. Somebody had to tell the police what was taken. They didn't know that you had a Cartier watch. They didn't know that your wife had on Cartier earrings. They didn't know about, how much your wife's wedding ring was estimated. Like, they didn't know all of that. Listen, I don't care what nobody say. I still think it's fishy that wasn't nobody else robbed but him and his wife. You in a church full of people, and it's, first of all, they said it wasn't but about 20 people in that room. Okay, let's just start there. I've seen 2 people with guns rob a whole bank with security system and everything else. So, like, stop playing. Like, anyway. Thank you, Trey Leche. He said the FBI didn't go to his house overcoming that. I ain't say he telling the truth. I just said that's, he said on Tasha K that the FBI did not raid his house. Now, he said that. He said he's never had a PPP loan and that the FBI did not raid his house. Now, if I know Tasha K like I know Tasha K, if she does her research and find it to be a lie, she will let us know. From Biggie Big to my wife feels like Coretta Scott kicked. Child. I'm getting everybody if I'm getting a case. Child. Do you think he thought he would go viral with this? The actual robbery, I don't know if he thought the robbery would make him go viral, but I definitely don't think he banked on what happened with Larry Reed. Like, he knows he made a misstep with that. Like, he definitely knows that was a misstep. The question, I'm going to say this. If we find out later that he's the one that actually sent the tape to the media, the video clip to the media to let the media know that he was robbed, then I would say, yeah, he was trying to go viral. If we find out, because it was live on Instagram, so it's not like anybody could have sent that, because it was live. He was streaming live. I'm gonna be honest. If this were a scam, let me say this: if this were a scam, I don't think he would want it to go viral, because I would think that he would want it to stay as controlled of a story as he could make it. Does that make sense? But I also feel like there's a level of narcissism there where he likes the attention and he likes being out there. So maybe there's a part of him that does want to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even know, child. I'm on the PPP website and I see a few Lamar Whiteheads. Ooh, Tracy. Ooh, you see a few Lamar Whiteheads? Is there any way to narrow it down to a New York area code? My parents always said, be careful of the company you keep. The mayor needs to contact this PR person. Listen, Auntie Didi, and as a person in public, in the public eye, you do know better. Like, you know better. He's always a victim, child. Hey, Virgin Love. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to say at this time is I'm going to get out of here. We've been here for an hour. Thank y'all for being here. There's 112 people in here. If you are not subscribed to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit the like button. My mods are telling me that the likes are a little off. So if you don't mind, it is free 99. It is free 99. You got the little thumbs up button, or even if you ain't like it, you can hit the thumbs down button. It is engagement either way, and I appreciate you for being here. But I'm gonna get out of here. I probably will not come back live today. I'll get you guys a couple of reviews out today. Tomorrow I'm gonna try to do a live tomorrow to talk about the second part of the reunion over to the Love and Marriage DC. It's a nice day in the DMV. Yeah, I'm about to be out in it. I'm about to walk out the door in about an hour. Because my cousin is having a little pool situation, little poolside situation. But she said, be there about 6:30. So I'm gonna get there early, but I ain't gonna get there that early. I'm gonna get there early enough to help her set up, but not early enough to get in her way. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know how you want to go somewhere. You want to get there early enough to help set up, but not early enough to get in the way. That's what I'm trying to gauge it a little bit. I got stopped by the store and pick up some I think I'm gonna pick up some fruit and a bottle, because my cousin's birthday was yesterday, so we kind of doing like a little light celebration, a little light. But this is the cousin that I'm going to France with. So I told her yesterday, I said, listen, we're going to party while we in France, okay? And I'm going to get you your birthday gift while we in France. I already know what I'm going to get her. And I said, when we go to France, I'll get you your birthday gift. So, but we're going to go sit by the pool and chill out and relax. I might post some stuff over to the, I might post some pictures, okay? But y'all enjoy the day. Get out, have some sun, get some vitamin D. Enjoy the day. If you're at work, I hope you get off soon and you can relax. And I'll probably see y'all tomorrow. Mwah. Peace. Love y'all.